It was bound to explode, and explode it did. Floyd Mayweather's dominant performance against John Gotti III, ending with a clear exhibition victory, wasn't the biggest event of the night.
Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful.
No, that came backstage when Tank, fuming from months of heated exchanges with Mayweather, attacked his former mentor right after the fight. Tensions between the two have been boiling over ever since Mayweather's attacks on Davis, and it seems this latest incident pushed things to the drink.
Listen, fight each other. I'm putting that on the table. Gervonta versus Floyd. We can cut all the smack out.
The rematch between Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti III wasn't just another exhibition bout. Following their first encounter, which ended in a wild brawl, the rematch had a lot of eyes on it. Many of us expected another dramatic scene in the ring, but this time, Mayweather showed his classic dominance and controlled the fight from start to finish in what was probably the most boring fight in his career. Gotti, despite his best efforts, couldn't figure out Mayweather's boxing brilliance, and as usual, he didn't throw any punches. Floyd danced around his opponent, landing jabs, combinations, and easily dodging Gotti's attempts. By the end of the 8 rounds, Mayweather had clearly won the fight in everyone's eyes, although the match, being an exhibition, didn't officially declare a winner. The two fighters even embraced after the fight. Mayweather, always the showman, smiled and spoke to the crowd. "We had to put on a show for the people. I want to thank Gotti for being a man of his word." Gotti, still respectful despite his loss, admitted he still got it. There was no hostility in the ring this time around, but what the audience didn't know was that the real drama was unfolding backstage. While the media and fans were talking about Mayweather's performance, things were heating up behind the scenes. Well, apparently, when Mayweather made his way backstage, Gervonta Davis, who had attended the fight, was waiting. The feud between Mayweather and Davis has been building for months. Once close as a mentor and protege, their relationship has deteriorated, with both exchanging barbs on social media and in interviews. Mayweather had even gone after Davis publicly, claiming he wasn't disciplined enough and that his rise was due to Mayweather's guidance. Davis, never one to back down, fired back on several occasions. He wasn't afraid to call out Mayweather's ego and his constant need to be the center of attention. The bad blood reached new heights after Mayweather's taunts about Gervonta's fight choices and his ability to handle fame. According to sources close to the situation, Gervonta felt disrespected, especially after Mayweather's attacks, and he was determined to confront him face to face.
It's good to beef with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff.
The confrontation quickly escalated when Mayweather reportedly made a weird comment as he passed by Davis. In the blink of an eye, Davis lunged at Mayweather, fists flying. The two had to be separated by security, but not before Davis got in a few hard punches. Witnesses said Mayweather didn't back down, but he seemed taken off guard by the sudden assault. It wasn't just a quick shove or argument. This was a full-blown physical altercation. The drama didn't just stop there. Leading up to the Gotti rematch, we had seen tension between Mayweather and Davis. Davis had been vocal about his thoughts on Mayweather's exhibition matches, calling them just for show and criticizing Mayweather for not fighting real contenders anymore. Mayweather in turn questioned Davis's loyalty and attitude, painting a picture of a young fighter who couldn't handle the pressures of fame without Mayweather's guidance. As the two continued trading insults, it seemed inevitable that something would happen, but no one expected it to escalate so dramatically. With both men's egos on the line, the backstage fight became the breaking point. At this point, the tension between Tank and Floyd has for sure reached its peak, and we can all say that there's no turning back now. But while this happens, Mayweather has found his new prodigy in the young sensation Moton, a talent that promises to overshadow Davis in the years to come.
The money man is back. Here he go. He making his pro debut today. I need everybody to check him out. Wish him luck. My God.
For Tank, this isn't just about boxing anymore. It's personal. Mayweather isn't simply grooming another champion. He's strategically crafting Moton into the fighter that Tank could never fully become in his eyes. This growing animosity between the two is on the verge of boiling over, and a fight between Mayweather and Tank is no longer just a dream. It's inevitable. Since the days of their partnership, Davis has often been labeled as Mayweather's protégé. Their dynamic was one that many believed mirrored Floyd's own mentorship under his father, but things have soured. As Tank grew into a star of his own, the relationship became less about growth and more about control. Tank didn't want to be in anyone's shadow, especially not Mayweather's. Floyd, never one to allow disobedience, wasn't going to take kindly to that. Then in came Moton, a young and hungry fighter who Mayweather could mold from scratch. It's clear now that Mayweather's alliance with Moton is more than just a business move. It's a power play aimed directly at Tank. Moton's rise to prominence has been nothing short of meteoric.
You know, how does that feel to be put on such a high level and you know, really soon?
Feels great.
From the time he was just a boy in Las Vegas, Mayweather saw something special in him. It wasn't just his skill that caught Mayweather's eye. It was the hunger. Hunger, Mayweather often said when asked what drew him to Moton. Hunger, he wanted to be great.
But always establish the jab. But I'm proud of him tonight. Like I said, we got a crazy team.
The word hunger rolls off Floyd's tongue with a knowing smirk, as if he's recalling the same quality that he once possessed as a young fighter coming up. He sees in Moton the potential to be the next Floyd Mayweather, a title that Tank Davis has failed to live up to in Floyd's eyes. Moton is not just the next big thing, he's Mayweather's personal project, a fighter Floyd sees as the ultimate revenge against Tank. Tank, for his part, has never hidden his frustration with Mayweather. The mentorship that once felt promising turned into a bitter rivalry, and the cracks began to show when Tank started to rebel against Floyd's promotional control. It wasn't just about Tank wanting to be his own man, it was about breaking free from a system that he felt stifled his individuality. The public could sense the tension, and both men's social media exchanges became increasingly volatile. Floyd, never one to back down from a challenge, saw Tank's defiance as a personal affront. In many ways, Mayweather views Moton as the answer to that defiance, a new fighter to mold, one that will do things his way.
I've had a great camp. I'm feeling sharp. You know, I know it's a Floyd fight, so it's definitely going to be packed. You know, it's going to be a great atmosphere.
Moton's dedication to the sport is something that Floyd respects deeply. Unlike Tank, who Floyd believes let the fame get to his head, Moton has remained focused, grounded, and completely in tune with what it takes to be the best. Moton himself has said, "It's not that hard. You've got to dedicate yourself. It's a lifestyle, not just a sport. This is precisely what Mayweather admires. A fighter who understands the discipline needed to reach the top." And in a not-so-subtle dig at Tank, Floyd has publicly praised Moton's work ethic and attitude, comparing him favorably to the undisciplined nature he believes Tank has developed.
Never been to Mexico, so that should be a great experience. And yeah, I'm excited to put on a show.
The history between Floyd and Tank goes deeper than just business. There was a time when Tank looked up to Mayweather, when he saw him not only as a promoter, but as a mentor and even a father figure. Mayweather took Tank under his wing, showcasing him to the world and promoting him as the next big thing. But like all stories of mentorship, things eventually took a darker turn.
He was going at me. He was going at me. And I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Tank, with his undeniable knockout power and brash personality, wanted to carve his own path. Mayweather, however, wasn't about to let Tank forget who had put him on the map. Tension simmered as Floyd's promotional strategies became more about controlling Tank's career than letting him grow independently.
We on? Yeah. We on. I want everybody to follow him on all his social media platforms.
For Mayweather, this is not just about promoting a new star, it's about revenge. He knows that Tank has seen success, but he also knows that Tank resents the way he was handled under Mayweather Promotions. Floyd's decision to place his full focus on Moton is a statement to Tank. You are replaceable. Moton is young, hungry, and in Floyd's eyes, more disciplined than Tank ever was. And Tank knows it. He knows that Moton is being groomed to not only be a star, but to outshine him, to make the world forget that he was ever Mayweather's protege. This isn't just about a new fighter. It's about showing Tank that he was never indispensable. Floyd is a master tactician, both in and out of the ring. His every move is calculated, and his partnership with Moton is no different. Floyd has publicly stated that he sees Moton as having the potential to be a teenage world champion, comparing him to the likes of Wilfred Benitez. He's even pushed for a fight between Moton and Lee Wood, demonstrating his belief that Moton is ready for the big leagues sooner rather than later. This isn't just hype. Floyd genuinely believes that Moton can eclipse what Tank has accomplished, and he's making sure the world knows it. The sparring sessions between Moton and Tank, which took place when Moton was just 15 or 16 years old, have become legendary. Moton recalls getting a late-night call to spar with Tank, and he was ready. It was fun, and I was ready for him, Moton has said, almost nonchalantly, as if he was more than prepared to take on a fighter of Tank's caliber. That sparring session, though years ago, has taken on new significance as Tank and Moton's paths seem destined to collide once again, this time in a more formal setting. Tank can't help but see Moton as a direct threat. It's not just that Floyd has found a new protege, it's that Floyd has found a replacement. Someone who can do what Tank never could, remain loyal. Tank's success, in many ways, has become his downfall in Mayweather's eyes. The more Tank tried to assert his independence, the more Floyd distanced himself, eventually shifting his focus entirely to Moton. The whispers in boxing circles are growing louder. Mayweather is setting the stage for Moton to be his next big star, and Tank's time in the spotlight is running out. The tension between Tank and Mayweather has always been about control. Mayweather's ability to command attention, both as a promoter and as a fighter, made him a formidable presence in Tank's career. But as Tank's star rose, so did his desire for autonomy. Floyd, never one to relinquish control easily, viewed this as a betrayal. Their public feuds, particularly on social media, were not just about boxing, they were about respect, power, and loyalty. And in Floyd's world, loyalty is everything. The inevitable showdown between Tank and Mayweather isn't just about boxing, it's about settling scores, about Tank proving that he can stand on his own 2 feet and that he no longer needs Mayweather's guidance. But it's also about Floyd showing the world that he still has what it takes to mold the next generation of champions, and that Tank was merely a stepping stone to something greater. With Kermel Moton in his corner, Mayweather is ready to make that statement loud and clear.
You know, how did that feel to be put on such a high level and you know, really soon?
Feels great.
For Tank, the clock is ticking. He knows that Floyd is positioning Moton to take his place, and the only way to stop that is to face Mayweather head on. The animosity between the two has reached a point of no return, and a fight between Mayweather and Tank feels like the only way to settle their differences once and for all. Moton's rise is inevitable, but for Tank, it's not too late to remind the world who he is and what he's capable of. But with Floyd in Moton's corner, this battle is as much about the future as it is about the past. Floyd has his eyes set on Moton, and Tank knows it.
I already knew about all that though. Once Gervonta fucked Floyd Mayweather's daughter, and that's not even a secret. That's not something I'm exposing.
The fight between Mayweather and Tank is bound to happen. It's only a matter of when. With Kermel Moton looming in the background, the stakes have never been higher. Floyd isn't just fighting to protect his legacy, he's fighting to cement a new one with Moton. And for Tank, this is the ultimate test. A chance to prove that he's more than just a former protege, more than just another fighter in Mayweather's shadow. This fight is personal, and when it happens, the world will be watching. Gervonta Davis has risen to stardom under the guidance of Floyd Mayweather, adopting not only his mentor's fighting style but also his larger-than-life persona. With a powerful record and an ever-growing reputation for knockouts, Davis is often viewed as the heir to Mayweather's throne, particularly in the way he showcases his boxing ability and marketability. However, recently, Davis has confidently claimed that he believes he could defeat Mayweather himself in the ring. During an interview to promote his fight against Frank Martin, Gervonta "Tank" Davis was asked a hypothetical question about a possible showdown with Mayweather. His answer, simple and straight to the point: me and Floyd, a beatdown. This comment, made in the casual confidence Davis is known for, echoed sentiments that have likely been swirling in his head for some time. Davis, who has blossomed into one of the sport's most dangerous knockout artists, is following the Mayweather school of bravado. But now it seems that bravado has evolved into a belief that he could take down the very man who crafted him.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Yeah, September, November.
Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
Mayweather, being who he is, was never one to let such comments slide. Rumors are already swirling that the undefeated former champion is considering coming out of retirement. Again, not for another exhibition, but to take on his protege in a real match to prove, once and for all, who the king of the ring truly is. While there has been no official confirmation of this, it wouldn't be far-fetched, given Mayweather's tendency to respond directly when his legacy is questioned. His competitive spirit, coupled with a deep sense of pride, may be enough to coax him into making a return to the ring for a fight with real stakes. If this matchup were to take place, it would be an unprecedented clash of two generations. Mayweather, who retired from professional boxing in 2017 with a perfect 50-0 record, has since engaged in a series of exhibition fights against opponents ranging from kickboxers to social media influencers. Though he remains an active figure in the sport through these exhibitions, his conditioning, focus, and skills are not what they were in his prime. His recent exhibition bout against John Gotti III painted a picture of a man who still possessed flashes of brilliance, but appeared far removed from his days as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. The rematch with Gotti III was marred by chaos, including a post-fight melee that stole headlines. But beneath the heat, we all noticed a Mayweather who seemed out of shape and not as sharp as he once was. For a fighter like Davis, who is very much still in his prime and known for his devastating power, this decline in Mayweather's physical form could be the deciding factor in a potential fight between the two. Davis, now at the top of his game, is regarded as one of the most dangerous men in boxing today. His ferocity in the ring, combined with his knockout power, makes him a legitimate threat to any opponent, even one with the ring IQ and defensive prowess of a prime Mayweather. Should they ever meet in the ring, it's almost certain that Davis would be gunning for a knockout, eager to show that his strength and explosiveness could dismantle Mayweather's famous defensive style. The likelihood of such a fight happening remains slim, given the 16-year age gap between the two, and the fact that Mayweather's professional career has been over for several years. Still, Mayweather has always loved a challenge, especially one that allows him to protect his legacy. The prospect of coming out of retirement to silence a young challenger, one who came up under his tutelage, could be tantalizing for him. However, this isn't just a fight about age, skill, or even legacy. It's a clash of eras. If the Mayweather who faced Gotti were to step into the ring against Davis, the result could very well be a knockout loss for the legend. Davis, with his youthful energy and knockout ability, could capitalize on Mayweather's diminished reflexes and fitness. However, Mayweather has proven time and time again that he's capable of surprising the world. His ring IQ is second to none, and his ability to adapt mid-fight is legendary. Even at an advanced age, Mayweather might be able to neutralize Davis's power with his signature defense and counterpunching, turning the fight into a battle of wits rather than brute strength. What do you think? Share your thoughts below and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more updates.